Hello guys, and today we have to be strong and to speak about the new Minister of Defense in Russia, Andrei BELOUSOV. Of course, I don't want to speak about him, but I believe we need to know more of the biographies and lists of crimes committed by these people whom sometime soon we will see in the International Criminal Court in The Hague. And if they survive until this moment, they will come all together: Putin, Patrushev, Shoigu, and Belousov. No normal, sane, adequate person would spend that much time in or around Kremlin. And I don't know if you have noticed that, but the majority of the so-called Kremlin leaders actually look alike. Their faces, they don't have any special features, they don't have any style, they lack charisma, even this evil charisma. And I was thinking, why? And I think because the majority of them come from KGB, FSB background, and they were selecting people with no specific features, with no bright character for evil tasks, and that afterwards no one can actually recognize them or identify. Putin actually had a nickname, the Moth, and I think it beautifully describes him and people like Belousov. Today was also the day of some victories. We've destroyed a number of Russian military bases on the territory of Crimea and Luhansk regions, very temporarily occupied, and among them a very important secret one on the Mount Patron. Let me tell you more from an ordinary Ukrainian perspective. My name is Anna and I vlog daily from Ukraine since the start of the brutal Russian invasion. So if you're new to the channel, you support Ukraine, please subscribe and help us fight against Russian propaganda and fake news. And my longtime friends, check your subscription status and hit notification button. Shoigu is fired. We all think he will not live long after this decision of Putin because this proves he has some serious problems. And you don't have to be a spy to understand that these problems are on the surface. Failure of blitzkrieg, failure of long-term war, failure of the supply, and in general, Russian war in Ukraine is a great failure that will once again bring all of them to The Hague or to the hell. Let me know what is the best option in comments below. I vote for the second. So anyway, now they have a new Minister of Defense, or should I say a new Minister of Offense, Andrei BELOUSOV. He is 65 years old, he is an economist, and he is around Kremlin for a really long period of time. He is civilian, by the way, and perhaps that's the first time that Russia has a civilian Minister of Offense. Andrei BELOUSOV is crazy because he is the only Russian economist of the top rank who, before the annexation of Crimea, said this would be good for Russian economy, when in reality that only led problems to the Federation and to the peninsula, because until the annexation, Crimea was beautiful and many people from mainland Ukraine and not only traveled to its beautiful subtropical shores. At the moment, it is a military base heavily shelled by Ukrainian drones and missiles, and today we have targeted a secret air defense base, which is located on the mountain, was located on the mountain Patron, a beautiful mountain for a hike, and I think sometime soon we all have this opportunity to travel and discover more of the Crimea after its liberation. And this is an air defense base that was built there in times of Soviet Union because of a perfect location that allows to scan and stop a lot, but now they don't have it anymore. And Belousov helped Putin in 2012, in 2011 to get re-elected, and then since 2020 he is a vice prime minister of Russia. And honestly, I knew nothing about him and I hope to forget him soon too. And if you're new to the channel, remember to subscribe. This is the easiest but extremely effective way to demonstrate your solidarity and help us spread more information about Ukraine, our victories, and unfortunately lots of Russian crimes. And the fact that Putin, Belousov, and co were born is already a great Russian crime. And we are fighting against that, against them, and we have destroyed another military base in Luhansk with some Russian commanders being upgraded to good Russians. And also, I think that Putin tries to distract attention from these global failures on the front lines. Despite their attacks on Kharkiv region, on Vovchansk, they cannot achieve their plans. You all know at the beginning it was Kyiv, then it was all the Donbass, Luhansk, Mykolaiv regions. Now they realize it's impossible. They have passed through inauguration without serious victories. They have passed through the Victory Day, which is celebrated in a very wrong way in Russia, and now nothing else. So claims about Shoigu's corruption and the arrest of 2 of his deputies is actually the demonstration of Russian failure once again. They are totally dependent on the resources provided from China, provided from the North Korea and even Iran, and they actually lack everything. And if not these evil authoritarian regimes that support Russia in disguise, they would have already lost. And actually, this is a proof of how strong Russian propaganda is, because millions of people around the world believed in the myth of the second strongest army in the world, invincible Russia, and so on. Anyway, I hope that the term of the new minister Belousov will be even shorter than the career of Prigozhin, for example. Shoigu was actually a minister for more than 12 years. And perhaps, once again, this is a very vivid symptom of problems around Putin. Potentially, there are fights between different groups of influence. And you know, Russia is not about politics. Russia is about crimes. And they have this very criminal attitudes and relationships even inside Kremlin. So we'll see how this will be seen by Russian army, by the head of various Russian fronts. I hope we will soon see them collapsing and Belousov reporting about the crimes they've committed in The Hague. Let me know in the comments below what are the other topics you would like to hear on the channel. And remember to join me on Instagram. We've reached 10,000 subscribers there, and I'm super proud of our community too. Also, I'm on X, Threads, and Discord. And I never invite you to chat in Telegram or WhatsApp. Please always be careful and report the scammers. Thank you for buying me coffees, becoming my patrons. It's a privilege and a blessing to have you in my life. And also check our merch shop with lots of really good items that tell the story of Ukrainian history, cultural heritage, and at the same time work well as reminders and conversation starters about Ukraine. But most importantly, thank you for being friends of mine and being friends of Ukraine. Slava Ukraini!